Hey, welcome back to Flywheel Films. Today is a slightly unorthodox day. I am not doing any mods, any performance gain things. I am just fixing things that are broken, which is not a usual day for me. I was on a cruise with a bunch of 911s this morning, and yeah, one broke down, which is apparently normal for a 996. But ghosty here, completely fine, but slow, but fine. But today I'm going to look at some things that I've been putting off for a long time because they haven't really bothered me that much. One being the stereo. If you've seen my head unit video, you saw there was a lot of interesting, complicated wiring, and one of the things came undone apparently because the right speakers don't work. I'm getting no right channel for the stereo sound, which is a bummer, but at the same time, it's not really a car you buy for the stereo system, so wasn't the worst thing in the world. I've been fine with it. I pretty much just throw podcasts in my earphones or just listen to the engine and the nature and whatever else. So not a big deal, but I'm about to embark on a huge road trip and I would like to get it fixed. So we'll probably rip the head unit out. I'll show you how to take out the center console again briefly because I did go into that in detail in the head unit video. So check that out if you want to see all that start to finish. But today is just kind of a fun check-in. Here's what I'm doing, fixing the head unit, ripping out all the center console here just to get to the back of the head unit, which is kind of annoying, but the more you do it, the easier it is. Secondly, I want to fix the top. So with NCs, anywhere up to 2012, the NC2 ending, which is this, the top can actually rattle and squeak kind of. It's subtle, but it's there when it's closed. And not every car does it. My last NC never had that problem. After 250,000 miles, the top still worked like new. This one just develops that kind of like weird rattle, which is coming from the middle, kind of the hinge mechanism. I've done some research. I think I know what the problem is. It just needs to be like retightened with the latch pin or something. So we'll dive into that, see if that fixes it. And then lastly, let me flip you around here. This happened the day after I bought this car. 4Runner rear-ended me and then left, which is a bummer because I knew who it was because I parallel parked and it was on a hill and he just kind of backed into me with his tow hook, which fortunately went through here and not like here or wherever else. So there's a bunch of bugs, ignore that, but that's annoying. And I have another grill. See how that looks, that'll fix that. And then the other sore point is these headlights. Look at how fogged they are. So if I have time, it'd be great to take care of that. And we'll see how it goes. This is a pretty unplanned, more vlog style video just to maybe help if anyone else was wondering how all this stuff is done, how the headlights are cleaned, how the top rattle is fixed. That's apparently more common than I realized. And even, pulling apart the head unit. I'm not going to do like super in-depth, in detail. This is not going to be a 30-minute video. But I will have notes along the way and chapters in the video just so you can kind of skip around to whatever part is useful to you. The head unit itself, there's a huge video for that. So be sure to watch that for the removal of all the center console and everything to get to the head unit. One of the biggest things to note are these clips right there. And I'm gonna go watch my own video to remember how to do this. All right, some clarification on removing these clips. The front one, you actually have to kind of push in from the bottom, you see what I'm saying? And it slides out this way towards the passenger side or right side of the car, depending on where you live. And the back clip, you push in and pull down. So I didn't quite get that super clear in my head unit video, so I want to clarify that now. This clip pulls out, this one pulls down. You just have to push in against whatever direction it comes out, if that makes any sense at all. Kind of confusing. So I'll be doing this again in another video soon because I'm going to do a transmission flush, which includes the turret. And this is how you get to the turret and the head unit. So onwards. So to actually pull the head unit out, you don't have to do these ones down here. You just need to get the wings off and then the clips that go into either side of the head unit and then pull this whole thing out. This is, of course, if you already have an aftermarket one. To put this in, go watch the other video, 25 minutes. It's a good watch. Alright, so thanks to proper file structure, I should be able to find this head unit diagram. Here we go. So, if my right side's not working, that could be gray or gray-black or purple black. That's what I'm going to look at first. So it may not even be, yeah, it probably is the connectors I made with these, what do you call it? RCA kind of wires, and we'll see how that looks. So if you haven't seen this diagram yet, it is publicly available on the description of the head unit video. I'll just throw it down in the description of this one too, because it's very useful to refer back to. The stereo, took it all apart, jiggled some wires, now it's working. I literally can't get it to stop working. I don't know what was wrong. I cannot fathom why, but I tried so hard to replicate the problem after doing that. Could not replicate it. So for now, I guess the stereo works. At some point I will go in there and actually heat shrink, maybe even solder everything perfectly, but for now it's fine, and I've taken the center console apart enough to where it's a piece of cake. All right, so I'm lazy and decided not to do it myself, but I got my buddy Alan here who does great work. Look at this. He just did that one. This one's next. So instead of doing it yourself, find someone who does it really well, because I could have done it myself and then had to redo it a year from now. So
okay, so the process: I wipe down, clean the headlights, and then I get some correcting compound. This is from Adam's Polishes. And then I give it a couple of passes. I go on light. It's either 3 or 4. Usually never be on high. And then after I wipe it down and check how I do. And if it's still a little hazy, I go again. And then after that, I apply a ceramic coating.
Yeah, this kid's 16. He does it way better than anyone I've seen. So if you're in the Denver area, check him out. Hit him up. Alan_detail, is that right?
Yeah.
Instagram? Heck yeah. We'll see how the next one turns out. But look at that. That's crazy. Good as new. I mean, look at that compared to the older photo, which I'll snap on the screen. But that's totally crazy. So yeah, Denver area, hit up Alan_details, throw his Instagram on the screen here. Phenomenal work, lowest prices I've seen in the whole area. So hit him up, and we'll go back to my house and I'll show you how I fix the grill. All right, welcome back to the garage with the pristine headlights. Restored, ceramic coated. Great job, Alan. Anyways, the bumper I was talking about. So my original plan, as you remember, was to remove the entire bumper and fix the grille, do the headlights that way. We didn't. Next time I restore the headlights, I will probably remove the bumper, because he couldn't quite get all the way along the edges because the headlights literally tuck in under the bumper. But he did just as good as I could have done. So next time I'll just remove the bumper. And here's what I was talking about. This is fixed. And here's what happened. When I was rear-ended by a tow hook, it happened to go right in here and break what is this actual little section, which actually just pops out. Not super easily, but it does. Because what I did on the new grill was just remove that section which hides a bolt. So that's awesome. I didn't have to remove the whole bumper, replace the grill. Now I have another grill. So that's cool. So yeah, the only thing remaining is the top rattle, which is being obnoxious. This right here has to slide off, and that is easier said than done. I don't know if it'll actually focus there, but it is so hard to get on. It takes like a special tool. I have not had any luck yet, so that's still a work in progress. But something else I heard that could be done is maybe putting like, because this thing might also be the rattle. Like for some people, this popping this off, taking this off, undoing this, then there's a nut or bolt type thing in there that you tighten clockwise one turn and it should tighten the mechanism as a whole. That could fix the rattle. It's a known issue on 07 to 2012 power retractable hardtops. The other thing that could be the rattle issue is this whole thing here. There's some felt kind of pads here that may have worn out. There's just a lot of, yeah, I kind of need to just like find some sort of felt stuff and line all the edges, redo that piece, redo some of these little pieces in here that are just supposed to be soft contact points, because the rattle is somewhere. Whew. Ha, got it. Okay, this little freaking thing, I basically used screwdriver slash really thin tweezer things to kind of get behind it and just literally like force it off. Mission success. So you pop out the pin, and then this part comes off, which leaves these hanging, and then this part is the part that the announcement from Mazda says to rotate. Let's see, that's clockwise, one full rotation to get it to be a little tighter. So that's what brought it a little bit up. Shoot, that's how it was, yeah. So I already did that. It was down a little bit further, which should tighten up the whole mechanism, and we'll see if it actually rattles when I go drive it. All right, so what I actually had to do is use these pliers and basically hold the bolt from one side and then gradually force the ring right around the thing just till it would fit in. So if that makes sense. Now I just got to put the clip or the spring back in. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show that on camera, but you'll find it. This clip's up there and then the other part clips on that end, and it should work. So I actually decided this was a bit too tight. So I am now backing it off one, because it didn't actually truly fix. There we go. So I did a full turn before, and now I'm just doing a half turn, because it didn't truly fully fix the rattle. So I'm gonna actually leave it separated here and then try to get this plastic piece off so that I can lay some foam strip around the top, and maybe that'll help the rattle as well. It's just a lot going on up here. So what I'm using is this really thin foam. It actually looked a little thick when I ordered it or bought it at the store, but it's actually perfect because it really squishes down very thin. So I'm putting some of that right up in here, just kind of along where this plastic hits the top of the roof, and we'll see how it helps. All right, we'll see how that goes. Not the prettiest, but it feels super solid. Hoping some of the rattle is gone. If it's not, I mean, it could be internal to this button. It could be, there's a lot of things it could be. This stupid thing. Still, totally worth it. Power retractable hardtop for the win. All right, bonus fix. I got this Temflex tape right here, and I am going to, well, I'm in process of wrapping this whole cable in the trunk. I think it goes to the Sirius XM antenna, which I don't even use, but you know, whatever. As you can see, it's kind of leaving black marks on the trunk lid. Fine, I don't care, but it's also leaving black marks on things in the trunk when it's packed to the brim, which is fairly often for me. So I am wrapping all of this, whatever pre-existing tape it was, that's kind of, it's almost greasy, it's weird. So, there you have it. Bunch of fixes, random fixes on the Miata. Headlights cleaned up great. Stereo fixed itself. Replaced a little crack part in the grille. The rattle is officially fixed. Did both the official, like, twist the thing and tighten that, but also all the foam. And also wrapped the little wires in the trunk because they were bleeding on stuff I left in the trunk. So that's all done. Piece of cake. Also called another audible and got the windshield replaced. So no more big crack here, chips everywhere, pivots everywhere. That's all taken care of. Now, some other things are happening, and we'll see how it goes. That's it for this video. See you in another one soon.